Hello world, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be sharing a simple, honest truth. It's something that I believe almost every single Christian woman who is looking to date or settle down has experienced or will absolutely agree with. But before I dive into the details, let's do a quick introduction. Hi, my name is Claudia. My channel Intraordinary Life is a space where I explore faith, well-being, relationships, business, self-expression, and mental health. I've actually had this channel for about 6 or 7 years now, but it all started with my blog back in 2015, meaning I've been blogging for 10 years. You can check out my blog by visiting the link in the description. I started my blog and this channel because I love sharing my life experiences, hoping that others can relate to them and also learn from them. So if you're new here, a warm welcome to you. Please do hit the subscribe button if this is the kind of content that you love. Now that you know a little bit about me, let's get straight into it. As someone who's been single for a long time, we're talking 8-10 years, I've heard all the reasons people give for why they're single. I've also sat down myself and analyzed my own life, trying to figure out why am I single. Over the years, I've come up with a whole list of answers for whenever the question or conversation pops up. On the external side, the reasons usually include things like the other person just isn't serious, or conversations don't go as expected, or they're just plain boring. Sometimes it's getting ghosted by guys. On my side, the reasons look a lot like this. Wanting a guy who checks off more than one priority item on my list, discovering early deal breakers, not waiting long enough to see how things pan out when I'm talking to someone, or thinking maybe I'm just not ready whenever things start to get a little bit serious. And then when I try to give reasons on God's behalf, as if I should, I usually say things like, it's just not God's timing yet, or the man God has for me isn't here yet, but one day our paths will cross. But very recently, in fact, just yesterday, I discovered the real reason I'm single. It is so simple, and it made me wonder why it wasn't my number one on my list all along. Here it is. There are hardly any genuine Christian men out there. And by that, I mean men who are actively, intentionally seeking a relationship with Jesus. We see it plainly in the numbers. Just look at church attendance and the ratio of men versus women. Even among the men and women who loudly profess to be Christians, many are living double lives, morally ungodly from Monday to Saturday, but verbally Christian on a Sunday. So ladies, am I right or am I wrong? Has finding a godly man taken up a massive chunk of your adult dating life? Let me know in the comment section below. And if you think I'm off base, also let me know in the comments. Because I wanted to find out if this epiphany was just an opinion or hard fact, I did some research. I went into Google and searched what percentage of Christian men claim to be born again. I wanted a clear picture of how many men out there have a genuine relationship with Jesus Christ, the Savior of mankind and the only way to heaven. I knew there had to be some data on this, and the results indeed were eye-opening. So the stats are right there. 36 to 41% of men in America, which I would say is actually a good representation of the Western world, profess to be born again, versus 41 to about 45-46% of women professing to be born again Christians. It may seem like only a 5% difference, but in actual numbers, it could be very, very significant. So the stats are right there. And when you actually read the articles, it's shocking to see what professing Christians believe. It's a far cry from what the Bible actually teaches and says. That's a story for another day. Here's my conclusion. Dear single Christian woman, you are likely more faithful than the average man you meet. The dating pool when it comes to Christian men is incredibly small, so please stop blaming yourself if you're struggling to find the one. My name is Claudia. I'm so excited that you clicked on my channel. Thank you for tuning in, and a special thank you to those of you who stayed till the very end. Before I end this video, I just wanted to share that lately I've been doing a teaching series on management, which is my personal theme for the year. My next video will likely be diving into this. So please make sure you turn on your notifications and click on this video if you do see it in your feed. Until next time, have a beautiful day, and don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe. Thank you for joining. Bye.